Kavihuha Muhongoro, TUCNA Secretary General, at a recent press conference shared the union's disappointment on how the new National Minimum Wage Commission was established, adding that the whole process was done behind closed doors and that TUCNA was deliberately excluded in the decision-making process.
All the activities where we are required to put our input, we did it. However, comes to the appointment of this wage commission, it was done secretively. We only learned through the media. So what was secret about it? And worst of everything, they have appointed the same person from themselves. And you know the fiasco that we have experienced with Air Namibia. How they can confuse the system. So some people are appointed for them to say that the union were part. So I want us to bring that distinction. I'm sure the stupid argument will be that TUCNA he's aware about this, but he's all about we are aware with it. But our issue when it comes to the appointment of the people that have to carry out the actual activities, it has been done secretively because they are opting to appoint their own as they are afraid of the divergent opinion, because they know TUCNA does not play jokes.
The union president, however, added with the exclusion of TUCNA, employees from the different sectors might not all be represented.
One person cannot represent the Namibian workers. One person representing the Namibian workers on the minimum wage cannot make sense. And I know that sometimes this minimum wage may even affecting other workers, because if it was not set up properly, a businessman, when he comes to Namibia, they say, for example, the minimum wage is 2,500. They just have to pay you 2,500 because you never try to put other things into consideration. It is need serious discussions among the stakeholders. If you receive a letter from the legitimate office, which is TUCNA's office, representing a lot of workers in Namibia, even if the minister was not there, one could say a secretary, whoever can write a letter and reply and say that no, we are acknowledging your letter, we forward it to the minister, or we're going to come back to you. Nothing happened. And that's happening a lot in that ministry.
Responding to the allegations regarding the appointing process, Shananguja Bro Matthew, the Executive Director at the Ministry of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation, said that the minister has followed all relevant steps in appointing the National Minimum Wage Commission and that TUCNA could not be considered as their audits are behind with more than 10 years.
If the Act is saying one person representing the interests of the registered trade unions, there is no way the minister can appoint two. And the criteria used is this. Namibia is party to the International Labour Organization standards. And they have a requirement that you normally look at the most representative, workers' representative or employers' representative. In accordance with the record we have at the Ministry of Labour, Namibia, or National Union of Namibian Workers Union, NUNW, is the most representative federation of workers in Namibia. And there is no any other federation which is having more members than NUNW. The issue of TUCNA to be consulted, they are not the most representative. The second one, when a union or employers organization is registered, it is under legal obligation or statutory obligation to be in conformity with the registration requirements. One of them is annual returns. Annual returns, if one wants to understand in a simple language, is the books of account of that union or that employers. And this should be submitted every year. As we are speaking, TUCNA submitted annual returns only in 2010. Today we are sitting in 2021. So which means they are behind with more than 10 years without submitting anything. The reason of these books of return, why they are very important, is unions should be accountable. Members should know how their money was used by their own unions. If you have a union like that, and it have the audacity now to go and complain that they were not consulted, they are discriminated, That's also not true. The first place, they are not the majority. Second, they are not in good standing.
Bro Matthew further said that the commission has its own advantages and disadvantages, hence the establishment of such a committee to be able to guide the country on its background and processes going forward.